I know it hurts, Stinky. I did tell you to wait for me. Yes. Oh, what's that? It hurts a lot. Yes, I'm sure it does. Oh, it's the Poppets. Hello, my little Poppets, mums and dads, and welcome back to Story Time. And of course, Merry Christmas, because today is Christmas Day. Well, Stinky was up very, very early this morning opening his presents, and of course one thing that he got is this wonderful pink skateboard that he has here, because Stinky's favourite colour is pink and he loves pink, but he's had an accident, I'm afraid. He was out on it. I told him to wait for me and he didn't. Yes, we'll put the skateboard down and then I'll continue on and tell the Poppets what's happened. Yes, take that helmet off, dear. Yes, what's that? It hurts a lot. Yes, I know it does. Stinky came off the skateboard and he has hurt his knee and he was crying. He was terribly upset. Yes, I know it still hurts, dear, but as I told you, you have to practice. And he didn't wear his knee pads, so he has hurt his knee. So before we get on with story time, I'm just going to clean up his knee and put a band-aid on it because it is quite sore, I think. So I've used some antiseptic on his knee. I've already done that, so I just need to put the band-aid on. Yes, you help me there, that's right. I'll pull a band-aid out, Stinky. Oh dear, you're in the wars. You wouldn't listen to Mrs. Wiffle Waffle. Yes, and now you've got a cut on your knee. Yes, very, very sore indeed. But the Band-Aid will make it feel better and keep it clean, Stinky, until it heals up. Can you pull it out, dear? Yes, it's a little bit tricky, isn't it? It's not easy to get them out there. Pull it out, give it a pull. Yes, out it comes. Right now, oh yes, I can see it's quite nasty there. So we'll put that Band-Aid on. And then I think it will feel much better. Yes, good boy. And we'll put that on. You ready? We'll count to 3 because I know it stings. 1, 2, 3. Quick, put it on. Pop it on there. Oh, yes. Oh, I know it hurts. I know it does. But it'll heal up and it'll feel much better. Yes, there you are. You've got your Band-Aid on. We'll show you the pockets there. There it is there on his leg there. And that will heal up, Stinky. And you will feel better in no time. All right then, dear? Yes. Oh, skateboards on Christmas morning. Waking up early on Christmas morning and going for a ride on a skateboard. Well, today's story, my dear Poppets, is called The Very, Very, Very Long Dog. And this does look like a very interesting one, I have to say. Yes, this is a new one. And this one Stinky got in his Christmas stocking. Because Father Christmas knows, Stinky, how much we love to read, doesn't he? Yes, he does. Yes, the very, very long sausage dog. This does look like a very good one indeed. I'm looking forward to reading this. Very, very much. And here we go, my dear Poppets. Bartleby is a very, very long sausage dog who's lucky enough to live in this beautiful old bookstore. Well, there's Bartleby there, and he lives in a bookstore. What a wonderful place for a dog to live in a bookstore surrounded by lots and lots of books. And I have to say, it sounds like heaven to me, being in a bookstore with all those wonderful books. Yes, that would be simply marvellous. Every day, Bartleby eats breakfast while reading his favourite books. Then his special friends take him for his morning walk around town. Bartleby loves his home, his walks and his friends. Life, Stinky, couldn't be any better. What's that? It still hurts. Yes, well, it will hurt for a bit, Stinky, but in a day or two it'll feel better, all right? Yes, just try and forget about it and listen to the story. Yes, I know it's not hard when you scrape your knee and get a cut like that. You just gotta try and take your mind off it. Except Bartleby is so long, he's not always quite sure where his bottom is. His walk started out great, Stinky. Well, there he is there, and his friends are taking him for a walk, but of course he is, my dear Poppets, a very long dog. Very, very long indeed, so it would be very, very difficult taking Bartleby for a walk. Yes, it would. Terribly long. I've never seen a sausage dog that long before. Very long indeed. But unfortunately didn't always end so well. His friends tried their very best to help clean up the mess. Bartleby, of course, had no idea Stinky. Well, there he is there, and because he's such a long dog, he's knocking everything flying there. So he's knocked some papers there that are flying up in the air, and of course he's causing all sorts of chaos there as he walks through the city streets, because he is a very, very long dog. Very, very long indeed. Day after day they carefully trotted across the main street. Well, there's Bartleby there with his friend Stinky, and of course lots of taxis as well, and people going about their day-to-day busy life in the city as he goes on his walk. I wonder where he's going to walk to, my dear poppets. Perhaps they're going to take Bartleby to the park, I don't know. But his blundering backside caused a calamity. Oh, Bartleby! Well, there he is there, and he's knocked over, he's made a terrible mess there. There's water going everywhere and taxis that have come to a screeching halt there because he's knocked everything flying as he does. I don't even think he's aware of the terrible mess that he makes as he walks on by. They cautiously took a diversion around a construction site. There's some men there with some cranes and very, very busy there, and a man with a stop sign as well. A very, very busy place, a construction site, and also very, very dangerous. Not a very good place for a dog to be, I don't think. But he keeps on going on his walk. I wonder where he's off to now. But his bundling behind created even more chaos. Oh, Bartleby, screams a girl and a man in a construction helmet as he continues walking along Stinky and making everything fly, knocking everything over and making a dreadful mess. Oh dear, poor dog. Doesn't seem to have much luck at all. One day Bartleby's reckless rear made so much mayhem that not even his friends could fix it this time. Oh, Bartleby, they're saying, and he's knocked a man off a ladder there, and there's a pizza man with some pizza, and the pizza is flying Stinky all over the place. Another terrible mess created by Bartleby. Ah, poor dog. I don't think he'd want to go anywhere after all this. Bartleby heard yelling and shouting and turned back to investigate. He would get to the bottom of this and find the culprit, Stinky. Well, there he is there, and he's finally turned around because he heard everyone yelling and screaming, and he wants to know what all the commotion, all the fuss is about. And I think, my dear poppets, he has just realised that it is his very own backside that has been the problem all along, because he's so dreadfully long as he twists and turns and winds his way through the city on his walk, knocking everything over. And there he is there, my dear poppets, growling at his own behind. Perhaps he thinks his own behind is another dog, I don't know. He's growling there, not happy at all. What a silly dog he is, Stinky. Poor Bartleby realised that it was his very own bottom that had caused all the crashing and bashing and making everyone Stinky unhappy. He ran all the way home and was so sad he didn't even read his favourite bedtime story. He still ate his dinner though. He vowed never to leave the bookstore, Stinky, again. What's that? You feel sorry for him? Yes, I feel sorry for him as well. He's such a sad doggy, a very sad doggo. Oh dear, poor, poor dog. Perhaps his friends will cheer him up and make him feel better. He certainly does need some cheering up, I think. Bartleby's friends were heartbroken to see him so sad. They loved him just the way he was. They rummaged through all the bookshelves searching for answers. And then they came up, Stinky, with the most marvellous plan that just might make Bartleby feel better. They created a very special gift, a gift for Bartleby to help himself. Well, there he is there, and his friends have come up with an idea that they think might help Bartleby and make him feel better. Perhaps it will fix the problem, I just don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Well, he's a very lucky dog that he has such wonderful friends. I wonder what's going to happen. Every day Bartleby still eats breakfast while reading his favourite books. His special friends still take him for his morning walk around town. But now Bartleby is absolutely sure where his bottom is, Stinky. Well, they've got a sort of a bumblebee costume that is on the end there, so he can see his behind. Perhaps that'll work, I don't know. All they can do is try, I suppose. Yes, well, if it doesn't work, I suppose they can always use it for Halloween, my dear poppets. Oh, Bartleby! Well, now because he has that bumblebee costume on his backside, everyone can see him coming, and of course they get out of the way, and I don't think he's making as much mess as he was before. The end! And that was called The Very, Very, Very Long Dog. A very cute story, I have to say, and of course I did enjoy reading it very, very much. Well, Stinky, how are you feeling, my chap? Are you feeling any better? You're feeling a little bit better. Well, that's wonderful. What's that? Oh, I touched your sore knee. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Well, Stinky, what lesson have you learnt? Next time you'll listen and you'll wear your knee pads. Yes, I most certainly hope so. I really do. Because if you're riding a skateboard, dear, you have to wear your helmet, your elbow pads and knee pads, because as you found out, it can be quite tricky and quite dangerous, can't it? Yes, it can. Well, my dear poppets, boys and girls, thank you so much for tuning in for story time once again. I hope you enjoyed that story about the very, 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 very long sausage dog. Perhaps you could read a book about a sausage dog, or perhaps you have a skateboard that you ride. And as always, my dear ones, have a very Merry Christmas, and until next time, bye.